live that we've had planned for a little bit now. We're going to try to be better having weekly lives for you guys, teaching awesome things about marketing, about Facebook ads, about how to get more clients for your business, and how to use a variety of different software to really enable that. So if you're watching live, comment live down below right now. We're going to choose a lucky giveaway winner of all the people who do comment down below and engage, right? So if you want to be our giveaway winner, we're going to be giving away a brand new free copy of my book. We're even going to cover the shipping and everything for you. It's called Unfair Advantage, and we have been having a lot of awesome success with that. So comment live down below, engage. It's going to be really fun. I promise you, and you are going to learn a lot. Today, I have Drew with me. He is going to be helping out as well. He's a customer success manager at my company, and also at the MarketerMagic software company that we're going to be kind of demoing for you guys today. And so without further ado, let's actually kick it off and get into this. If I can figure out how to share my screen. So then I got to push this.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, cool. So there we go. So this is MarketerMagic, guys. For people who don't know, MarketerMagic is kind of like the marketer's online tool belt. So if you have an online business and you're not using MarketerMagic, you're just shooting yourself in the foot, because there's so much that you can do with this software, where you don't have to go pay 100 different subscriptions. Everything is all just in one place. And so there's a bunch of really cool stuff here. But first, we're going to be focusing on how to make money for you, right? How to actually get more leads into your business, how to create a marketing agency, right? That's the main thing that we're going to be talking about today, because it's really interesting and it's a really amazing way that you can, make a full-time income without any money to start, which is very rare in the world and very rare in the online business world as well, right? And so we're going to be talking about creating a social media marketing agency, or a marketing agency, which is essentially, right, you get paid $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month retainer to run digital marketing, right, ads on behalf of other businesses. So I could walk up to a dentist and I could say, hey, are you guys running Facebook ads? And they'd say, no, but I'd love to. And we say, okay, well, we're going to charge you $1,000 per month, and we're going to set up and run your Facebook ads for you. And it's very easy to do that. It's not some crazy, intricate stuff. It's things that you can learn in the next 15 minutes if you're listening to the right person. And so let's talk about many leads, right? Because one of the hardest parts is people might say, but Kevin, yeah, I'd love to run ads for businesses and I'd love to charge them, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month retainer to do that, which is happening every single day, for hundreds, if not thousands of my students from around the world. But you might be saying to yourself, but Kevin, how do I find these businesses, right? There's so many businesses out there. How do I identify the ones that might need my help? Well, that's where many leads comes in, right? And MarketerMagic, again, is a free software. Before we actually get into this, everybody can sign up for their free trial of MarketerMagic. There's also what's called Marketer University right here, where you can learn a ton of stuff about all of the different software. You can learn about how many of our affiliates are making a full-time income just by affiliate marketing MarketerMagic. And you can also join our Facebook group and shoot us a message on Messenger if you want one-on-one help with your online business, with MarketerMagic, with anything, right? And so let's kick it off. So Many Leads is a software that scans the entire internet, tens of millions of different data points and things like that, and it brings you back results. So let's just say that we're in New York City and we want to find club owners, right? So we're going to type in clubs here, and we're going to type in New York City, right? And we're going to press show leads. Now, Many Leads is going to go out and it's going to scan through tens of millions of results from all around the internet, right? We see there's 853 entries here. And if we show a couple more, we can also see that, we can see the people, or the business's name. We can see their websites right here, right? All of their different websites. We can see the email address associated with those websites. We can see their phone number. We can see their address, and we can even see their social media accounts, right? So if we want to find them on LinkedIn, if we want to find them on Facebook, if we want to find them on Instagram, Twitter, right, we can go out and we can find these businesses' social media accounts and we can message them directly there, right? Which is pretty cool. We can also see whether or not they actually have a Facebook pixel installed on their site. And this is going to be a really important thing that we're going to talk about in just a few seconds. So for example, if we wanted to go out and approach clubs and say, hey, we noticed that you have this awesome website. Let's take a look at one of them. We'll look at this one right here, La Mama, right? So this is like some type of club or something in New York City. We can see that they do have a Facebook pixel installed, right? So what we can tell is if a company doesn't have a Facebook pixel installed on their site, that means that they're not actually retargeting their site traffic. And if they're not retargeting their site traffic, they're missing out on a bunch of revenue that they could otherwise be claiming, right? And so what we want to do is we want to look for a website that does not have a Facebook pixel installed, right? So let's actually go and find one of these like Trumpets Jazz Club. And if we look at this website right here, we can see using this little handy dandy Chrome extension, Facebook Pixel Helper, we can see that they don't have a pixel, right? We can also confirm that by looking at the Trumpets Jazz Club, and then we come over here to where it says Facebook Pixel, right? And Trumpets Jazz Club does not have a Facebook pixel, right? So we want to target people that don't have a Facebook pixel, but they do have social media, right? So they know something about Facebook, they know something about Instagram, but they don't have a social media account, right? And so the reason that we're doing that is because we want the lowest hanging fruit. We want businesses that are going to be willing to pay us money, right, to run ads on their behalf. And again, these aren't complicated ads. Like I want to show you like an example, like dentist Facebook ads, right? If we type that in literally just into Google, we can see some examples of what these ads look like. Not anything complicated. It's literally a picture of a smiling person, right? And it's run from a dentist account. It says, you know, all first-time patients receive a $20 Amazon gift card. Great way to get people in, right? A nice looking smiling person. Attention ladies, do you want a free teeth whitening? Again, a lead magnet to get people involved. These ads work. They're very easy to set up. Facebook has these pictures for you. All you have to do is write like a very simple piece of ad copy right here and run it to the people that are interested in getting their teeth whitened and things like that, which is, again, very easy to do. To make this even easier, we actually wrote out scripts for you and how to approach these people, right? So once we identify some people that we're interested in, for example, like, you know, Crave Tickets, Gentlemen's Club, whatever we want to do, maybe not the Gentlemen's Club, Trumpets Jazz, right? We have their email right here. So what we can do is we can email them, and we even give you some subject lines, right? First name, right? Did you see this? I stopped by your business. Regarding customers, missing something, making sure you saw this, right? These have been the best open rates for our actual campaigns that we've set up. And I even have some kind of tips here for you to really make this as simple as possible. Personalization is king. Sending the same, you know, just template to all these businesses, they're going to think it's spam. But if you send them a selfie style video saying, hey, Kevin, right? Like if their name is Kevin, and you can figure out what their name is pretty easily, right? Tony, Tracy, right? Like it says a lot of times, and you can also go to the social media and try to figure that out as well. If you record them a Loom, right, which is a screen recording software that's free and easy to use, if you record them a selfie style video saying, hey, you know, Kevin, I noticed that your website doesn't have a pixel. You know, I'm a local digital marketer. I just wanted to tell you that, you know, because you don't have a pixel, you're not able to retarget your website traffic. And that means you're missing out on a lot of potential customers and potential money. Like I'd be more than happy to show you how to set that up completely for free, no obligations at all. If you want to get on a call where I can show you that, you know, here's my personal cell phone number, here's my email address, right? And some people say to me, Kevin, why would you show them how to set up the pixel for free? Because that's how you actually make money in the long run. The hardest part about all of this is getting on the phone with somebody who will actually pay you, right? And if you give them free value up front, one of the strongest kind of negotiation and human tendencies and just kind of human psychology, one of the strongest forms of human psychology is something called the reciprocity principle. That means when you give people free value, they feel overwhelmingly strongly about reciprocating that value. So if you show them how to set up the pixel for free, they're going to be 100 times more likely to actually pay you to do it for them and to set up and run their ads. So Drew, I wanted to just check in really quick, see if we have any questions, and then I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, so no questions just yet. Somebody was asking if the live will be available on the replay. Just responded, so we're going to be available on the replay.
Okay, cool. So if anybody has any questions, guys, ask them either on the watch party, if that's possible, or ask them on the live video, which is inside of the Marketing Ninjas group. It has like 95,000 people. If you aren't a part of that right now, just go search Marketing Ninjas, join it, and you can watch the live and ask your questions there. So these are kind of the scripts that we like to go through. And we even have like an email that I wrote specifically for you. Like, hey, first name, my name is Kevin. First of all, you have a beautiful website, but are you not doing any digital marketing, right? I was checking out your website. You guys can see that there's like there's 10 people looking at this right now, which is pretty awesome, actually. Basically, it means you're potentially losing money every single time someone visits your website because you're unable to retarget them, right? So this is a script that we've used that's worked really well. And we even give you the retargeting ad to actually run on Facebook for website traffic that visits their site that you're able to then retarget using Facebook, right? Additionally, for people that have never done any type of like phone sales, some people love getting on the phone. I don't really like it. And so I needed to kind of like teach myself and learn the best way to like have a potential phone close, right? So this is the phone close that, I've learned and perfected over years that works really well, right? We lay out exactly step-by-step the introduction, how to investigate, right? The current scenario, looking for weak points, why the business needs you, and then actually how to get them to commit by showing your expertise, right? So we're not going to go through all of this because there's kind of a lot of stuff here. But this is one of the best ways to actually close a call. I even go over like some objection handling, right? Like if people say that they don't have money or they need to talk to their spouse, right? There's lots of different ways that you can actually really mitigate those kind of objections and excuses and things like that. So again, two very, very valuable pieces of copy here for you guys are two valuable Google Sheets that can have an immediate impact on your overall business. But the cool thing is, guys, this doesn't just work with clubs in New York, right? It also works in a variety of different businesses. So one of the best ones that I like is real estate agents. Let's do like Las Vegas, right? So we'll do like real estate agent and we'll do Las Vegas, right? And we're going to show leads. And it's going to go out and it's going to find us all the real estate agents in Las Vegas. So we can see that there's, a ton here. There's 2,484, all of their email addresses, all of their phone numbers, and then it tells you like whether or not they have a pixel installed on their website, right? Most of them do not, which means that most of them are probably prime people to target with, your campaign that you're actually reaching out to them. And remember, you can email them. You can reach out to them on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Twitter. If I'm doing this, I'm emailing them. I'm sending them a message on LinkedIn. I'm sending them a message on Facebook. I'm sending them a message on Instagram, on Twitter, right? I'm giving them a call using the phone script. The thing is, guys, if you're relentless and you go after these people, right, and you really have value to add to them, which of course you do because the pixel and retargeting and digital marketing can help any business, then you owe it to these people to help them and help their digital marketing and thus help their profit, get them more customers and increase their business. Right. And the thing is, if you're willing to hustle and you're willing to contact, person after person after person, what's going to happen is you're going to start making a lot of money. Right. Going from 0 to 5K a month, 0 to 10K a month is very feasible within just a very short time by leveraging many leads. Right. Because this used to take ages going through Google and trying to find all of these phone numbers and trying to find all of these people's names and numbers and addresses and social media. Now, many leads, you can do it in a matter of seconds, what used to take literally weeks, if not months to do. And Drew, just stop me if there's any questions at any point. So
yeah, we'll do.
So I want to just really briefly kind of go over the other tools inside of MarketerMagic, because if you're still watching at this point, then you probably have an online business. You're probably interested.
Hey,
yeah, for sure.
Kev, we got a quick question right here. This is where
so the templates that I just mentioned are available at wantmap.com. So WantMap is the best way that I can possibly kind of help people who are balling on a budget, so to speak. People that are wanting to start a business but don't have a big budget to do it. OneMap is a course that I made for people where you can start like a $5,000 per month business for total less than $100, right? So there's really not that many ways in the world where you can start a business like that for less than $100. And this is one of them. And this is a super cheap introductory course. It's only $37, right? So, people can skip Starbucks for a couple of days, and then they can create like a real business. And you can see there's a ton of success stories, people earning $1,500 for their very first client, right? People already getting their clients. And it's just happening every single day. So
we have another question, by the way. Sorry to interrupt. So it says, would you recommend sending an email? You should be able to see this too on your screen as well. Would you recommend sending an email, Facebook message, and using their website contact form at the same time?
Yeah, so I do recommend that. And, some people might say, but Kevin, isn't that like spammy? Like, do you really want to send them a message like 600 different places? And the answer is yes, right? Because like, for example, for me, everyone has their platform of choice. Some people only check their LinkedIn. Some people only check their Instagram. Some people only check, the phone. Some people only check their email, right? So I want to be what's called omnipresent. So if you can be everywhere and people literally just like can't escape you, then that, some people might get annoyed by that. They might say no thanks. That's fine, right? The more no's I get, the happier I am, because it means that I'm working hard, right? And remember that, I'm going to say that again. The more no's that I get, the happier I am, because it means I'm working hard and it means I'm reaching out to enough people. Think about it like this. Online, selling digital courses, selling anything, right? 97 out of 100 people say no to me, and I've created a multi-million-dollar business, right? So if you're willing to have 97 out of 100 people say no to you, then you're never going to have to worry about money again, ever, right? For the rest of your life. And that's just the way it is. Okay, so we're going to briefly go through the other tools inside of MarketerMagic. So ClickProof is an awesome tool that actually is like a social proof tool where it pops up social proof. The problem with the other social proof tools that I've seen is they charge a ridiculous amount of money for those tools, right? Like an unbelievable amount. This is the exact same thing that you can get elsewhere, but it's included in MarketerMagic. It costs $0 additional dollars. It shows how many live visitors are on your site, right? And this type of social proof really makes a huge difference when it comes to having a landing page and having an opt-in form where people actually see other people doing it and they get FOMO, right? They fear missing out, and so that they actually opt in as well to your webinar, to your cheat sheet, to your contact form, whatever the case may be. So having this social proof is huge when it comes to that type of thing. Live Pick is amazing as well, right? So if you do any form of email marketing, you can see that we run things where we hold up envelopes right here. We hold up whiteboards. What Live Pick allows you to do is you can actually put someone's real name that they opt into your email marketing for, and you can have it automatically show up here. So like if somebody opted into my webinar, for example, and their name was Jeremy, this picture would automatically send to them, and it would say, "Hey there, Jeremy." Right? And it does this automatically. So if 1,000 people opt in with 1,000 different names, this picture would change and it would put their name here, their real first name every single time. So let's go, So let's go to the next one, Email Verifier. So Email Verifier is an awesome tool that allows you to actually prevent people from using fake email addresses. And so what that allows you to do is increase your deliverability. So if you have a business, an online business, and you want to send emails that actually make it to people's inboxes, right, that don't get blocked by spam, right, so you don't go to the promotions tab, you need to have real emails that actually engage. And if people put like yourdumb@gmail.com when they're opting into your stuff, what happens is that clogs up your email systems, and you're trying to send emails to emails that don't exist. That tells Google and that tells the email servers that you're sending, potentially spammy stuff, right? And then they don't actually deliver your emails to people's inboxes. What Email Verifier allows you to do is clean your email list, right? Clean your email list so that you only have real emails, right? Like we uploaded 50 emails here. We can see that, 26 of them were valid, 20 were invalid, and then there's a couple catch-all emails in there as well. Right? And so then what we can do is we can view the details and and we can download all the clean emails and get rid of all the invalid ones. So that.
Hey, Kevin, real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. So we got a question here. So someone asked, is it real social proof or can you fake it?
Is it real social proof or can you fake it? So I assume they're talking about for click proof.
Yeah.
So click proof has an awesome way. So for the most part, it's real social proof. But that being said, let's do like a little test here. I'm going to show you guys something that you guys might like. So let's just put random stuff in here so we can actually go to the next page. This custom, right? So we can put custom here and we can put whatever we want. So we can say like, hey, what's up, Drew? Welcome, right? We can put our own little custom logo here. And then it says whatever we want, right? So if we wanted to say the same thing to every single person who's joining, we can just use our custom one right here. And then that's going to pop up and show to every single person. So the next thing that I want to talk about is email verifier. This is a way that you can upload lists of emails. So if you have 1,000 emails, you can verify that 600 of them are legit, 400 of them might be invalid, and then that's going to allow your email list to be much cleaner, which is going to drastically improve how much your deliverability rate and how often you hit people's inbox. The next thing that I want to talk about is called live verification, right? Live verification is with one piece of code. You can install this on ClickFunnels, for example. You can install this on whatever landing page you're using. It's only going to allow people to use real email. So if somebody tries to put yourdumb@gmail.com or some fake email, it won't let them submit the page until they actually use a valid email. So we can see that, we tested this and 22 people tried to use fake emails. 26 people used real emails. So it blocked them and only allowed them to submit into our SMTP with real emails. The next thing I want to talk about is WorkHub, right? WorkHub is probably the #1 most incredible tool that I use for my own business. So if you have a mobile business, if you have virtual assistants, if you have people that work, in other places, what WorkHub allows you to do, you can see a lot of my virtual assistants are right here. What WorkHub allows you to do is track the time that your virtual assistants and that your employees are actually putting in, right? So if people are working 10 hours a day, all they have to do is use this simple little Chrome extension right here. They select the project, they say, if they want to add a note, and then they start the timer, right? So this is going to track their time automatically so we know how much to pay people, how much time they've tracked. And it's also going to take a screenshot of their screen while they're working, just to make sure that they're actually working on, the right tasks. We can see how active they are. We can see, what they're doing. We can see things like that. And we can, really creep in deeply on exactly what people are doing, which is great, right? Because it allows you to just know for sure that all of your contractors and everyone that you're working with are actually working on the correct things. The next thing that I want to talk about is me.
Hey, Kevin, before you dive into that next one, we got another question right here. So they want to talk about for the live pick, what is the recommended size? I'm making a preview in their email.
Yeah, so it's a fantastic question, first of all. Second of all, so we actually accommodated for that because what we found was people were uploading like huge pictures or tiny pictures. And so what we do is when we actually give you the final piece of code, the output, what we do is we automatically size it for you in the optimal proportions, right? So if a picture is a square, it'll optimize it in a square format. If a picture is a rectangle horizontally, it'll optimize it in the perfect format for a horizontal rectangle. If a picture is more a vertical rectangle, it'll optimize it as a vertical rectangle. So there's 3 sizes that we actually implement for you to make sure that nothing is over or undersized. Obviously, you couldn't submit like a picture that's like 1 pixel by 1 pixel because that would just be too small. But if you put a picture that's too large, it'll format it for you. All right, cool. So let's talk about Mini-Me. Mini-Me essentially is Bitly, except on steroids, right? So this is our link shortener. We can see that in the last month or whatever, we've had 538,000 clicks on our link shortener. This is pretty much the same exact thing as Bitly, except there's one difference, right? So let's say that we're a digital marketer and we want to track where our clicks are actually coming from. right? Instead of using a UTM generator, we can use what's called UTM parameters, right? So let's say that, this is our landing page. Let's say it's official Kevin David. And let's say that we're running a Facebook ad, right? What we want to do is we want to put our traffic source here as Facebook, right? We'd want to put paid. And let's say that we're running, a red shirt ad, right? Where I'm wearing a red shirt. What I can do is these are automatically going to append to this link here. And we can shorten it. And I'll show you guys kind of how this looks in a second. So instead of having to go use Google's, link generator, we can just use, we'll just call this Facebook ad 123 to make it look a little nicer. And we'll save it. And then when we paste it up here, watch what happens, right? We can see that the UTM parameter has actually, well, the link that I used was a link that redirects. But if it wasn't a redirect link, we could see the UTM parameter up in the space. Let's just do it one more time, I guess. Let's do officialkevindavid.com. And then we'll just put something random for the actual back half, because you always want to make back halves here. We can call this 1, 2, 3, save, right? And now when we actually paste this, we can see the UTM parameter up here in the URL bar, which is going to allow us to track where things are coming from in our Google Analytics, which is really, really helpful, especially as you start to run a larger and larger business. So that's just the link shortener. There's also a retargeting link, right? So if you want to run Facebook ad traffic to an Amazon listing, for example, what you can do is you can put your Amazon listing here into the long URL, and then you can add your Facebook pixel, right? You can just add a new pixel, paste in your pixel code, name it, and then that allows you to retarget on Facebook or Google traffic to a landing page or a website that you don't own. So it's really, really important. Linktree is awesome for Instagram. So if we check this out, what we can see is if we only have one space for one link, we can actually have 4 links as a part of this one link. So it's called a link tree because this one link takes you to these 4 different landing pages, all of which are, our Amazon webinars and things like that, which is really cool. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is the link splitter. This allows you to test 2 different links. So if you have 2 different landing pages and you want to test which one's converting better, you can paste both of the landing pages into the link splitter here in URL A and B, and you can show how much traffic you want to actually send to both. And then that allows you to track conversions, which is really helpful. And then the coolest one, in my opinion, that I skipped is called the deep link, right? So deep links, if you guys looked at my social media or my YouTube or Facebook, you'll see that anytime I link to an app, right? Like an app like Messenger, an app like Instagram, like Snapchat, I use what's called the deep link because one of the biggest problems that digital marketers don't know is over 50% of traffic is mobile. But if you link to Instagram, for example, over 50% of those people are clicking that link on mobile. And then what happens is it takes them to the mobile Instagram website, right? And no one in the world is logged in to their mobile Instagram website. What deep links allow you to do is it automatically redirects to the Instagram app, right? When somebody on a mobile phone clicks this link, it automatically redirects to the Instagram app rather than the mobile Instagram website where they're not logged in and can't follow you, right? So when it redirects them to the Instagram app, what happens is they're able to actually follow you and you don't lose that traffic, you don't lose that customer, you don't lose that lead that you paid for, right? So that is pretty much everything that I wanted to talk about for Marketer Magic. Make sure you guys sign up for your free trial, join our Facebook group, right? Send us a message on Messenger, and then make sure you watch Marketer University. Because I just went through everything really quickly, but these videos go much more in depth of how to actually set this up, how to implement it in your business, and how to make a bunch of money being an affiliate for Marketer Magic.
All right, Kevin. So we do have a couple questions here. I'm checking out the watch party as well because I know some people were able to join on the watch party side of things. Here we have Alex Mata. He says, I have a Shopify store and I use different ad strategies and somehow I can never manage to get a sale. I have one product store selling a privacy phone case. Any tips?
Yeah. So, I mean, I want to keep this live more so about Marketer Magic and an agency. But I will talk about that. How do I stop sharing my screen also?
Yeah, I could do that for you real quick.
I think I just did it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot of different ways, right? Shopify, the main thing about Shopify and what you just told me is don't sell phone cases. Phone cases are one of the most saturated possible parts of Shopify, one of the most saturated possible niches on Amazon and Shopify, right? So you have to get creative. With Shopify, what I do now is I use a website called shopinspect.com, right? There's a free trial for that as well. It literally gives you trending viral products before they're trending and before they go viral. And so you don't have to go out and do product research, and you don't have to waste your time trying to sell phone cases because nobody wants to buy phone cases anymore. If people want phone cases, they're going to go on Amazon. They're going to buy it for $9 on Amazon. It's going to arrive the next day, right? The world has just changed slightly, and there's things that are now too saturated to actually be viable.
Cool. Got another question here. It says, when you target these businesses without pixels, is that the only service you pitch to them?
Yeah. So the thing is, guys, and that's a good question. This is a great question. The thing is, the point of the pixel has nothing to do with what you're actually doing. The whole point is people have what's called FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. They don't want to lose customers. They don't want to miss customers, right? And if they don't have a pixel, they're missing out, right? They're missing out on customers. They're missing out on money. They're missing out on profit. Making the pitch about that and doing it for free is literally the only purpose of that is to get your foot in the door and open the conversation, right? Once you've opened the conversation, then you can talk to them about running paid traffic. You can talk to them about how amazing Facebook ads are. You can talk to them about so many other things, right? But until you have that open conversation, right, you can't do that. And so you need to make sure that getting your foot in the door is your only priority, right? And then, if you're a part of the Want Map course, if you've watched my YouTube videos on Facebook ads for free, right? If you've watched, if you've joined the $37 map course, literally you're already better than 98% of the world, 99% of the world at digital marketing, right? So you have the skills, and if you don't have the skills, you can get them very easily, right? And the whole purpose of the pixel strategy is to get your foot in the door. I can't hear you anymore, Drew, so I'm going to read off some comments, I think. Kevin David's book is amazing. Total game changer. That's awesome. This is the Ninja Army. That's awesome. 90 ninjas. Oh, wow. There's 90 people watching right now. That's awesome. I'm late. Will there be a replay posted afterwards to catch what I missed? Yes, there will be a replay. Can you geo-fence on Facebook when running ads? You can. What do you mean by that? Because I'm not sure I understand what you mean by that, but you definitely can. You can target people based on proximity to a store, right? Which is really awesome. A second. In the marketing agency program, do you explain how to properly show your clients how to set up a pixel? Yeah, definitely. I can, or I do, excuse me. So the way that you set up a pixel is actually very easy to do. People are just scared about it. And Drew, if you can figure out how to unmute yourself, it would be helpful. I'm not sure why I can't hear you, but this software is just not loving us right now. 69 ninjas, nice. That's my favorite number. In the marketing agency program, yeah. So you can literally Google search how to install a pixel on WordPress, how to install a pixel on ClickFunnels, and there's not only blogs and tutorials and stuff. There's YouTube videos that literally show you exactly how to do it, right? So the whole purpose of the Want Map course is twofold. Part one is to get your mentality right? Because when your mindset is right and you aren't a victim and you actually, enable yourself to learn how to learn new things, that is how you make the transition from, someone who hasn't had success as an entrepreneur to someone who has. Once you enable yourself from a mindset perspective, everything changes. I'm getting close to getting my first $1,000 client, getting to that 10K. I know it. Is that Daniel? I can't see the names. It says Facebook user, but I think it probably is. Kevin, do you offer one-on-one calls? I don't anymore, unfortunately, but these are the form of one-on-one calls, right? I'm going to try to at least once a month be on these calls and actually help people. What's up, Drew? I can hear you now.
Yeah, cool.
And I can only see the chat or the chats in the Be Live thing. If there's other questions, let me know.
Yeah, I mean, there's I'm going through in the watch party. I don't see anything new that came up. All the questions we're seeing is what we got right now so far. Let me see.
I see somebody else said, Kevin, do you offer one-on-one calls? No, I don't, unfortunately, anymore. I just it's difficult to me to make time. But again, join these lives. It's the best possible way. It's the best possible way that you can get started. Jeff says mindset is everything. Yeah, 100%. It is everything. Daniel, the young gun.
Coming at y'all.
100%. Yeah. So for people watching, Daniel in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong, Daniel, you're 14 and you already have your first $1,000 client, or you're getting close, right? I've seen some videos and looms and selfie style videos that he's recording, and they've been incredible. And if a 14-year-old can get $1,000 client, then like, what is your excuse?
Someone just said that they have their 5th client this month. That's
in the door. Wow. She comes this way. Exactly. When running Facebook ads for a business and we want to target when potential clients that walk into the subject business competitor store, is there a way to target them solely on that? Yeah. So there's a lot of privacy restrictions and things like that, but there actually is a way to do it in the marketing objectives. You can choose in store, I believe, as one of the marketing objectives. And that allows you to actually target based on geographical location like that, which is pretty cool. I landed my 5th client this month. See, that's awesome, right?
Yeah.
5th client. I wish I could see people's names. It's actually kind of annoying that I can't.
Yeah, if it's not run on a business page, it's not gonna do it. We already checked about that.
All right, well, tell me people's names so that I can see them. These young gun kids have no fear. Yeah, exactly. See, if a 14-year-old can get a $1,000 client, then why can't you? There's just no reason. I love the idea of presenting a social media audit to certain leads, but the software I use, Likealizer, was shut down. Can you recommend a new audit software? Affordable, of course. Yeah, I mean, you don't need software to do a social media audit. Like literally go onto their page, look at what they're doing on Instagram, on Facebook, if they have any digital marketing, if they're running any Google ads, if they have a pixel installed, right? Make a basic checklist like that. And then once you have that checklist, just run through it and say yes or no. That's a social media audit, right? But do it all via video. Because like I said before, video is like the best medium that you can communicate with these businesses with. And video is what's going to get you, new clients and get you new business in the door more than anything, because it's just very personal and, it's just the best way that you can actually get your foot in the door. Okay, awesome. I appreciate it. Thanks. WTF, 5 clients this month. Yeah, what was the person's name that got 5 clients this month? Because I can't actually see anybody's names on this software, Drew. I think you're muted again. Man, this software is killing me right now. I'm going to watch Young Guns after this. Open Facebook on your phone so you can see the people's names. That's actually smart. Is this where we comment #live to get the ebook? Yeah, so it's a actual physical book. We can do an ebook too, actually. If whoever wins the giveaway, if they want the ebook instead, we can do that. Oh, there's a lot of watch parties going on. I'm like trying to find it on my phone, but I'm probably just going to give up. All right, guys. So we're going to shut this down. We've been on for like 30 minutes. I think it might be Yvette. Robert White. I landed my 5th client this month. That's awesome. Robert, send me a little testimonial about that. Seriously, send me a video because I want to feature you. I want to show you. I want to show you off to the other members of the course. If you're in the course, if you're not in the course, then I want to show you off to the other members of the 95,000 person group. What's up, Jeff? I think it might be Yvette. Yeah, I saw Yvette actually landed a $5,000 client the other day. She was like asking me how she should run the marketing for it. So we'll take one other question and then we'll probably get out of here. Do you have a canvas for walking into businesses in person and pitching clients? And would you recommend this method? I would not recommend that method, to be honest. There's just no reason, right? Like you cripple yourself by limiting yourself that way. When you can reach people via email, when you can reach people on Facebook messages, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, via the phone, you can literally call 100 times more people, email 100 times more people than you could by physically going into the actual store itself. And again, with Want Map, you get the the course, you get the mindset necessary to be successful in any endeavor that you do. You get the exact scripts, right, that you can literally copy and paste and just put your name and their name and just be ready to go. So I see a lot of people commenting hashtag live. Larry Hernandez here. I appreciate you. Somebody says, what's your shirt say? It says, don't quit, and it's crossed out, and it says, do it. With WantMap, 1K a month retainer, how do we know if we should charge higher? So this is the last question I'll take, guys. I see a bunch more coming in right now. So just so everyone knows, again, comment live if you're watching live, comment replay, hashtag replay if you're watching on the replay. Rory and Drew are going to be handling the giveaway for the book and everything like that. But I'll answer this last question and then I got to go. So with WantMap, 1K retainer, how should we know if we should charge higher? So the best way to know when you should increase your prices, don't even worry about that until you have one client. Don't think about anything else, right? If you don't have one client, concentrate your entire effort on getting one client, charge them $1,000 a month, and that's it, right? Once you have 3 clients, then you can start to raise your price, because it's like supply and demand. It's basic economics, except instead of like an economic macroeconomical system, you are the economy, right? You have a certain amount of time and you charge a certain amount of money for that time. When you have more money coming in, then you have to charge more money for additional usage of your time, right? Because your time is now inherently more valuable. So as you have more clients, you can start to charge more because you have a finite number of total clients that you can actually accept, realistically, based on that you have to sleep and you only have a certain number of hours in the day. All right, I'll take one more question. Sorry, there's like a million coming in. Kevin, what email do I send the video to? You send the email to you send the video to the email address of the business owner, of course, right? So if you're using many leads and you get 1,000 real estate agents, Facebook accounts, you get 1,000 real estate agents' email addresses, you record an individual video calling them out by name, talking about their specific website, and then you record that video and you send it to their email address, and Many Leads literally shows you exactly what their what their email is. How do you overcome clients that want an established track record before they sign anything? This is a great question, right? Say if you want an established digital marketing agency, they're going to charge you 10K a month, right? There's no question. Some charge more. If you want, to let me show you what I can do for free, right? If you have 0 testimonials, work for free. Right? I did it. Everyone did it. You have to put the time in. You have to put the work in. Once you've worked for free, then say, hey, I'll literally run your ads completely for free. All you have to do is cover the ad cost. And then if you're happy, if we get you some kind of results, if you wouldn't mind, give me a testimonial. Right? And once you have 3 testimonials, when people ask for results, when people ask for a track record, you send them that. If you don't have it, work for free. Right? It's just basic economics. When you have no results, you have to work for free. Right? Once you have a bunch of results, you can charge a bunch. It's the same thing. Unfair advantage is a must. Get Kevin's new book right now. Kevin, you asked me to send you a video. I'm Robert White, 5th client this month. That's awesome. Congratulations. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I love all the questions that are coming in. Make sure you stay tuned. Set an alarm. Set a calendar alert, right? Because we're going to be doing these every single week. We're going to be talking about Many Leads. We're going to be talking about how to create your own agency. We're going to be talking about the phone script. We're going to be talking about everything, right? Where you guys can come and ask questions. So I appreciate you guys a lot. Seriously, I love you guys all. You mean the most to me. I can't even express that enough. And so Drew, let's close this thing down and make sure, guys, that we see you again next week. Same time, same place. Be there.